Megan, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Can you briefly introduce yourself to our audience, please?
All right, my name is Megan, and that's short for Megatron. Just kidding. I am the intern at Sign, and we are building great things.
How long have you been in this industry?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. I heard some stories how you got into this industry, but can you kind of like explain about it a little more? Like a fun backstory you got?
Yeah, absolutely. I got my undergrad at UC Berkeley in behavioral economics. I got my master's at Harvard for developmental psychology. I was supposed to become a doctor, professor, get a tenure, all that stuff. Shout out to my Asian parents. But my personality is not really about that. I like meeting new people, building new things, bringing good vibes. And one of my closest friends, shout out to Aling, is in Web3, and she brought me into Web3, and she said that, okay, now you got to start building your own personal brand and really look at Twitter. So I scrolled on Twitter, I saw a meme coin called Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. That's when I realized like how interesting the Web3 community is. So I started making friends with people, learning. So I started building my own brand as like a kind of like a content creator, but for a short period of time before I was discovered by the Sign team. I was in the Harry Potter Obama community. The CEO of Sign was a huge holder at the time, and he saw my potential, thought that I could bring my mimetic energy into something serious, something with value. Not gonna lie, it took me a while to learn about Sign's attestation schema infrastructure protocol and sovereign infrastructure for global nations. So at Sign, my role, it started out as just like marketing or outward towards the world, how we represent it. So I designed the neon Serious Builder vest.
You designed it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And seeing Sign's glasses. We built an entire dynasty on Twitter. So now we have over like 80,000 people active in our community from all over Asia, Nigeria, Philippines, China, Korea, India, Bangladesh, Turkey, and now America is seeing Signs. Shout out to the Serious Builders as well. That's how the story began.
Thank you for your fun backstory. And now that I can see you thriving in this industry, I'm wondering, would you recommend other people working in crypto?
Good question. I would say yes, because the traditional job market is shit right now, like just not gonna lie. However, if you're working in Web3, you should be very, very aware that it's different than Web2. There is no existing structure of how every job should be done. There is no like list of tasks, like a 9 to 5 type thing. For me, like my job has become who I am. I got orange in my veins. Like the XOXO is like a tattoo of like how I tweet. Coming into Web3, and especially in community related, it to become part of you. And that's the biggest difference in Web3 and Web2 jobs, and I would recommend that if that sounds fun for you.
Thank you. If you could give one single advice to those who are really interested in getting in crypto, what would that be?
Never invest in more than you can afford to lose.
That's super important, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't date crypto bros. This is the sign to never date crypto bros.
In this chaotic industry, is there any principles in your head that you are trying to live up to, like to be true to yourself?
I think in a society we're raised by like certain standards of like this is the test score that you should get or this is what you should do. But I think in Web3, in every project, in every role, there's such different standards that I doubt that there even is a standard. For me, the most important thing is to never compare myself with anyone. Amount of engagement, amount of hours per result. Just knowing that there is no standard and that it's not a race helps me a lot. A lot of the community generally in crypto, like people think that doing drugs and drinking and partying is cool. No, just kidding. Not fully conforming to that also helps. And if you know me and you're watching this video, don't call me out in the comment section. Okay.
If there is one person that you can choose that you respect in this industry, does anyone cross your mind?
This is gonna sound corny, but it's my CEO, Sign Daddy. Sign
Daddy?
He's the most serious builder I've ever met in my life. Fully deep respect. A lot of people are in crypto just to like make money and leave. Sign Daddy already like made his money, and now he wants to make a contribution towards like global infrastructure, like towards the future of technology. So I could see from his passion that he truly wants to make a difference. Shout out to you, Sign Daddy.
What kind of problem do you really want to solve with blockchain technology?
The problem of dating crypto bros. With technology, I think it's like the way that information would be stored. Okay, this is a relatively boring answer.
What was the last coin you bought?
Sign.
All right,
We
trust
hit
you.
all-time high last night, and then let me add some more.
Alrighty, last but not least, this or that question. Let's say you need to get a roommate for 1 year. You gotta choose Vitalik or Justin Sun.
Yeah, okay, not gonna lie, I have no context about Vitalik or Justin's personality. This is such a roast. I'll choose Justin because I met Vitalik once when I was like very early in Web3. I said, can I take a photo with you? He said no. So if he doesn't want to take a photo with me, he probably doesn't want to live with me. No, but I understand because like there's so much like deception with photos and media. No, Vitalik, if you're watching this, it's all good, no hate. Justin, if you're watching this, don't think too much. It's not out of my own device that I want to be your roommate. Also, Rima, my real roommate, if you're watching this, I don't plan to move out. Don't worry as well.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.